Hi, everybody. This is Eric Wayne, the business broker with United Realty Group. I'm going to just take a moment and review how the business brokerage seller's information package, the intake form, actually works and what it looks like, just to help you through it. When we're collecting the owner's information, basically it's the similar information to what we need to put it into the association database. I'm going to show you that in just a second, but very simple. Name, phone number, corporate name, who the president is, description of the business, persons whom Eric will be communicating with, their phone number, price, interest, real estate. Very, very self-explanatory, very simple. We can go over this in detail if you'd like, one-on-one. The estimated value of the inventory, furniture, fixtures, and equipment. We'll need 3 separate lists, one for the furniture, one for the fixtures, and one for the equipment, because those are the assets, in addition to the phone, the website, the goodwill, that we're actually selling. But that's what gets attached to the contract generally. Those are the tangibles. Here we go. Detailed list. Any accounts receivable, leasehold improvements, real estate, liabilities, the website. Is it relocatable? This just helps us fill out our ads and communicate with our other agents and our buyers more efficiently, so we don't have to keep bothering the owners. Again, we just try to be very organized and detailed. How many years, part-time, full-time employees, managers, what type of corporation. We go on to Sunbiz and we do pull that so we know names and addresses and everything. It's pretty much that. Then we get into important documents that we need on file. We know it's early for 2020. When it's ready, we'd like that. And 19 and 18 probably should be ready by now. 20 for P&L. If it's 6 months, then we do 6 months. If it's 9 months, we do 9 months, or year to date, that's fine. But we're also looking for a list of the add backs. So it's these numbers, but we want to identify what the amortization, depreciation, and interest may be if on your tax returns your accountant chose to use any of those techniques or expenses to reduce taxes. We can work with those and add them back or recast them to bottom line as part of an owner benefit. Any cash that maybe was forgotten about or didn't make it into the bank deposit, we want to know about that because that helps the top line. If there's 20% in cash, that 20% goes right to the bottom profits, and it enhances the value of the business that we have for sale. Any expenses, usually personal, but not necessarily, that the business paid that were not true business expenses. What does that mean? That means when the current owner leaves, will those expenses still be there? That's the easiest way to explain it. So when you as a current owner leaves, will the new owner have those expenses for your kids' college or Hawaii? Just different things, vacations and meals and entertainment, insurance, phones, things like that. Those are discretionary earnings. Those could be considered profit. If you weren't doing that with the money, it would have been profitable. We can talk more about that as well. If there's a lease involved, we'd like to know and have a copy of that and see what the landlord's requirements are. FF&E is furniture, fixtures, and equipment, and inventory. We would check this off that we have this on file, and these are the items that are being attached for the assets. It's an asset sale generally if we're not selling the shares of the corporation, which is a different kind of sale. We need a list of all those items. So the website, any images that we can have. If you have inside, outside, on the job, job sites, that kind of thing. Any vehicles, in the case of construction or lawn or things like that. Any marketing material, anything that has price lists on it, anything that shows a brochure, anything that has the proper words for our marketing on it that you can forward to us, please do so. If it's too big to email, I'll give you a street address. You can mail it directly to me if you need to, overnight or however you're comfortable. If there's a franchise agreement, we need a copy of that to make sure that we're able to sell your business. If you were ever listed before, we need a copy of that listing agreement and the cancellation to make sure that it is truly canceled. We can't advertise somebody else's listing. That's a no-no. So please disclose that to us if you're currently listed. We have to wait until that's canceled, and we need proof that it's been canceled on file, in writing. Any contact information. Maybe you don't have a fax number, but you have an email. A landlord, partner, accountant, you see what's here. Then we get into the financials. We need these kind of numbers. These are the add backs. we'll do this with you. If it's not in this format, we'll get it into this format so that it works on the association and our other sites and our other marketing material. But basically, we're looking for the top line and then expenses, any add backs. We want to break out any owner salary, benefits, interest, appreciation, owner benefit. We're trying to get to a number that's going to motivate a buyer to give you the maximum amount of sales price. And then the method of how we're going to prove it. Are these numbers on your tax returns? Is it on a profit and loss? Are you annualizing? Are you going to have to prove it? Are you estimating? And what year it was for? And then we have 3 of those. Generally, people like to go back the current year and 2 additional years. So in the case of the middle of 2020, they'd want to see 2020, all of 19 and 18. If it's a much larger business, a bigger investment, maybe even additional year. If there's a lease, we want to know details about it. What is the square footage? If we have the lease, we'll know the answer to that. When does it expire? What type of building? Is it a farm? Is it a shopping center? Is it an office building? Tell us about it. That's it. And then I get to write down the code of the commission that we were approved by the seller to advertise that we're offering to share. This is what it can actually look like when we get involved with results. So here are the financials. Here are FF&E. We would put a dollar amount, the lease, the square footage, the type of building, who the agent is, and so forth. We want to put a little comment section, what type of industry. We include photos. On other sites and other marketing, we do more than 4. So don't only give us 4, give us your maximum amount of images. You won't overwhelm us. This particular owner was looking for all cash at almost $3 million, making $867,000. And here's G. This is the majority of my listings are at 12%. We can do less, but this gets the most amount of visibility and cooperation with other teams, brokerages, and agents. And a minimum of $25,000 at this price point is very reasonable. If there's anything else, please give a call. It's 954-562-2019. It's Eric Wayne, and happy to help you at any time. Thank you. Bye-bye.